Hi everyone, thank you for coming to my channel. This is Wendy. Today I have a comic book junk journal slash art journal that I wanted to share as a flip through. I got some vintage comic books from my brother that he no longer wanted, and thought I'd try my hand at a comic book. So, this is about 6.5 by 10.5. I tried to keep the same size as the comic book that I used for it. It is a hard spine with grommets, eyelets, and it is a medium hardcover. That means it's a little bit harder than a notebook cover, but it still has some flexibility to it. The comic book pages are making up part of the cover as well as the front, and of course I layered it, and it talks about the X-Men, and there's yellow book corners on it. I just thought it went with the whole comic book theme. My inner geekiness came out when I was doing this. So let's start with the first page. I did put, okay, so this is the comic book that I used completely. I saved the front cover. It's from 1991. It's a Marvel comic, first issue of The Legend Reborn. So I kept that page intact so you guys know what was in here. So the front cover is just, now some of these bigger, glossier images, they come from another book that's from 1991 on how to draw comic book characters. I thought that would be neat to put throughout this book as well, for those that want to doodle or draw or, make their own comic book things. And there's coloring pages in there too from the same 1991 vintage lot of comic book characters. These are random playing cards. These are Marvel. I just put, there's Spider-Man and Wolverine. I don't know half of these characters. The Hulk. And there's just random, I put them random throughout. I don't have any idea anything about them. So you'll find them throughout. Okay, now I tried to keep this where whoever gets this can draw or add their art to it, this as much as possible. So there's Bill and Ted. Hopefully a lot of you guys will remember who Bill and Ted is. But here's some note paper just to take notes. I don't have a lot of journaling tags because I put a lot of paper in here to draw or / journal. But there are some journaling tags. And like I said, more random playing cards. Now this is Cyclops. I did keep some of these images free. I just clipped them on in case whoever gets this wants to do their own thing with it. Okay. Now the drawing paper varies from very thick multimedia to medium grade to just plain copy paper. So there is a wide variety of drawing papers. This is a vintage comic book calendar. So, and then these are the drawing cards that I've put throughout so they could reference the lines and how they draw. So like I said, there's various different papers. I even threw in a couple coffee dyed papers just to see, they have grid drawing papers. So here is Storm, and this one has a pocket on front, and it shows how to draw her storms. I just kept that as is. Also, I did find a Storm trading card or playing card or whatever, and then this is just plain for whoever wants to fill that out. All right, so this is Magneto. All right, guys, don't kill me if I say the wrong names. Okay, so then we have, of course, I know who the Wolverine is. Okay, so here he is. I kept this separate so you guys, whoever gets this, can do something with it. And then on this back page, you have the drawing card, and I added some drawing paper. There's another random card, and it shows how to draw him. And there's the grid paper for it. Whatever full sheets of the comic book pages that I could save, I saved, because like I said, I hate to say 1991 is old, but the paper in comic books is old, so it's very fragile. So what I could save, I did. Everything else, like I said, I just used in here throughout. So, here's a Sabretooth. I remember Sabretooth from back in the day. There's a drawing card, and again with space on the back if they need it, whoever needs it. Information about him. So, let's go on. This was Magento. Is it Magneto? Oh, Magneto. I remember now. Magneto. Okay, so random drawing pages. And then some really nice comic book images from that same, like I said, this is all from that same comic book. And I even put a tag on this one to reference, because this was a really nice image. All right, so more pages, more. This is the multimedia, and you'll be able to tell the difference. This is some cardstock, the old advertisements. This is the Gatekeeper. It's an insert. It just goes into the middle of your book. And what this is just a journaling spot. And then this opens up, and you have 2 more cards, and you got a pad of random drawing paper. So I put that in there, and then whoever this guy is, I don't know who this dude is, but like I said, I'm not really into the characters. So, and it has a tag. So I just slipped that in there. The next signature, of course, is the Beast. So he's got a little belly band for his drawing card and about him. And then you turn the page. Here is a pen. I just paper clipped his image in, because who knows, maybe they want to trace him out or put him on their wall or something. So we have more of the Beast. You pull it down, you can look at his tumbling and whatnot. And then I also saved this image as well and just kept that in there. So here's some more of the comic book that I was able to save. Some random drawing paper. This one is on paper bag, and I kept it like this, and I left this one I had to glue together, because like I said, it was tearing apart. So I just picked the best images and just left that alone, so you guys could do what you will with it. Here there's a coloring page and another random card. Let's see, there is another. I have to admit, the graphics are really cool. It really got me squealing over it. All right, so then we have a flip out here. This is a double, I guess a full page image is what they call. I just left it in here because this, and like I said, it is fragile, so I'm kind of just leaving that as is, so whoever gets it, you know, they can do what they will with it. More papers. I know who he is. I just can't think of his name. Xavier. All right, so you got 2 random cards. Of course, I got them with the Hulk. All right, these I thought were kind of fun to make your own comic strips. They each of these pull out to kind of make your own comic strips. And then there's Xavier again. And then Mr. Sinister. Okay, yeah, there we are. He had 2 drawing cards. I don't know why. My brother told me he was an evil dude, so I was like, okay. So there's 2 drawing cards back here. There's a full fold out of him. Also, didn't mean to do this, but I accidentally cut his head off. So I guess whoever has a sense of humor, I turned this into a little journaling spot. But his head technically goes here. So whoever finds that funny, they could do something with that. Maybe they'll can tape them back on there. There is a coloring page in here. And I just, yeah, I whacked his head off accidentally, of course. And then the back page, this was a full cutout. And it just flips open. And then the Gambit, there is his, I actually know who this is for. Yeah, I actually know who this dude is. So here's his drawing card and his powers. And there's a little belly band back here that I just stuck him in. He was my last guy let me get him back in there. Trying not to. And then this one folds down. I kept this one kind of relatively free because I figure whoever wants it could maybe tear it off and they could do a pinup of it or whatever. And then you're back to the back. I'll probably just do a fabric or a twine tie to hold it together because it doesn't really pop open. So it's pretty, well, yeah. So that is my flip through for a comic book. Hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you think. Bye.